Robert Allenstein tritt an gegen einen der Nachwuchshoffnungen im englischen Darts, 27 Jahre jung, aktuell die Nummer 38 der Welt, hat schon in einem Viertelfinale eines Major-Turniers gestanden, Grand Slam of Darts 2016. Die Rede ist von Hollywood, Chris Dobey.
Well, it's fair to say it's been a very good week for Chris Dobey, hasn't it? He qualified for the World Series finals on Monday. He secured a Players' Championship finals place on Wednesday after reaching the last 16 of the year's final Players' Championship event in Barnsley. And with that, he left himself in a great position to secure his place at the World Championship as well. Much depends on this weekend. It's not the end of the world if he fluffs his lines, but of course he's still got an outside chance of making the European Championship as well. So plenty to play for this weekend for Chris Dobey. Great to see him back on the European Tour stage as well for the first time in 5 tournaments. We last saw him in Vienna, where he made the 3rd round, where he lost to Kim Viljanen. And he's up against a man who has also been a long time waiting for his return to the European Tour. It's his 3rd European Tour event this year for Robert Allenstein, 26 years old, from Hamburg. Beaten in the 1st round in Hildesheim by Darren Johnson, but making it to the 2nd day in Leverkusen this summer, where he lost 6-0 to Rob Cross. The way Dobey's playing right now, the mood is in, the confidence that must be
first leg is Chris to throw first.
Coursing through his veins, Paul. You've got to make a case for him. You've got to really fancy his chances here. Allenstein's got the crowd, of course, but that might not be enough.
It's an equalising factor, I will say that.
100.
Chris has played enough European Tour events to know that Allenstein is like a frog in a sock sometimes. He's
81.
a little bit active up there, and if he gets winning doubles, then the crowd is going to get on the back of Chris Dobey. But like what you were saying
60.
at the beginning there, Rob, it almost sounded like a Craig David song, didn't it? He got through to the World Series on Monday, got through to the Players on Wednesday. Can he get to the Worlds?
Chilled on Sunday.
By the end of this week.
And, you know, he will be chilling on Sunday if he does advance to the final day.
I know Chris very, very well. I actually go out of my way to spend time with him because his work ethic and his attitude is so infectious. I know his family very well, and I know that his dad, Gordon, his uncle Arthur, all of his friends and teammates down at the Netherton Club in Bedlington will be watching.
140.
And his young son Cole.
Yeah, again, another player who's had a baby this year as well. What's going on with the world of darts at the moment? We've just seen Nathan Aspinall, after his defeat of James Wade, talking about his new addition to the Aspinall family. Yeah, Cole Ivor Dobey, born in June of this year, I believe.
Robert, you recall 138.
Allenstein looking for the Keith Della shot. 9. Ooh, that's a really good effort, you know. That just puts Dobey on notice, as if to say, don't miss this, because I won't miss the next time I get a shot at it. And he's not going to give him an attempt. You've got to think that clinical shot comes from a lot of good darts this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the way he took that out. Never looked in any danger, really, actually. 1 from 1 so far for Chris Dobey, 27 years old, from Northumberland. Only joined the PDC circuit in January of 2015.
140.
Really shot to prominence last year, reaching his first final in a ranking event at the 19th Players' Championship in October, so roughly 12 months or so ago. Made the quarterfinals of the Grand Slam. He beat Adrian Lewis in the group stage of that one. And then he also enjoyed his best ever performance at the World Championship in December, beating Justin Pipe 3-1, but losing to Chizzy in the next round, the last 32. Had that experience, didn't he, as well, at the World Series finals a couple of years ago. That's where we first sort of noticed him as well on a big stage. But yeah, there were 1 or 2 concerns earlier this year. That, you know, the fact he failed to qualify for a lot of European Tour events. 4 on the spin he failed to qualify for.
140.
But looks to be back in business and back in the groove here at the moment.
Yeah, one of the reasons
99.
that he's taken a bit of time to get back in the groove is because he's got new darts, and Originally,
60.
he didn't really want to change, but
154.
signed a contract with a manufacturer and wanted to use his named product. It's only just in the 20. He's going for 2 for double 17, but it's Chris Dobey now who needs a 60, a 20, and a double. There's the 20 part of it. A little grimace.
60. Robert, you require 32.
And he'll be hoping that Robert Allenstein can't hit this double 16.
Ooh, long way off. Closer, inside, double 8s.
16. Chris, you require 60.
A little bit of everything there from Allenstein, and Dobey now looking at 60, so 2 darts away. That's a good marker, that. Took out tops with the first visit, but has to go to double 10 now.
40. Robert, you require
You don't
16.
get many good chances like that in games like this. That was a good opportunity for Chris to keep the crowd quiet. Allenstein hits this.
Game shot on the second.
crowd
Robert
Are
Allenstein.
quite quiet. I'm really surprised.
Him on.
Yeah, Rene Idam's watching on. He got through earlier tonight, just against Jeffrey Desvan.
60.
Tough campaign that Dobey had in that World Series of Darts Finals qualifier on Monday. He beat Ron Moulenkamp, who we saw in great nick, didn't we, on the Euro Tour recently. Vincent Camphouse, Alan Norris, and Desvan, who I just mentioned. It's an ordeal to get through. That 4 matches you have to play.
95.
Not easy whatsoever, but he was thrilled to get through. And more than anything, really, as Allenstein hits a maximum, it set up his week perfectly. He gets through that. Then he made an assault on getting the Minehead.
140.
He got that job done as well. Now he wants to make a further assault on other tournaments, and why not?
100.
Will he say, I can make them all. All I've got to do is just play well, keep playing well. He'll be thrilled at the fact that all these tournaments are so close together.
85. Robert, you require 136.
Allenstein's played very well in this leg.
Yeah.
Another one of those will be very good. Forces Dobey.
96. Chris, you require
Yeah, chance for a break here for
121.
Allenstein. Dobey, you feel, has to take this out. Treble 17 would leave the bull, but he's a long way off that treble 17. Little wonder he's just regrouping here.
43.
Yeah.
Robert, you require 40.
Dobey still with work to do if he gets the opportunity. Double 10 for the breaker throw for the German. That's a long way inside. Double 5.
30.
Close but no
Chris, you
cigar.
require 78.
This is what Chris Dobey needs. A few misses to just plant that seed of doubt. That's a single 18.
Just.
He needs this, I feel. Keep the crowd quiet.
58.
Not to be.
Robert, you require 10.
Well, the plus point here is that if he comes inside, he's got another opportunity. That's 2 on the outside.
5 score.
Second dart was awkward.
Yeah.
Chris,
Second
you
dart was
require
very awkward.
20.
Well, this will give Dobey encouragement, because he'll be feeling now that if he does make mistakes, he will get chances, because Allenstein is far from convincing on the doubles. That said, Dobey's not great at the
Game shot on
moment,
the third
but he
leg.
finds double 5.
Chris Dobey. 4 place Robert.
And I think Dobey will be,
Him on.
well, just breathing a little easier having come through that one. There was a really, really good chance for a breaker throw there from the German, but it wasn't to be, and Dobey gets away with that one.
It does, indeed.
36.
And things were easy for Chris in qualifying. Taking out Paul Harvey and Terry Temple. The Temple game was 6-1. Yesterday, Robert, he's the reason why
96.
Max Hopp isn't here. Beat Max 6-4. Michael Hertz in his first game.
And the second opponent that he came across in the second round of qualifying, after your William
46.
Schlingelschugel.
I had that one, you take the other one.
Gökhan Kaynechaladan.
Very well said, Mr. Malarkey.
There we go.
59.
I think my Turkish German there comes through just about unscathed. Alexander Tauber, 6-2. Kaynechaladan, he beat 6-0 actually in the second round of qualifying. 26 years old, from Hamburg, Allenstein, in his 3rd European Tour event of this year. Made his debut only last year in Sindelfingen. Lost to Darren Webster 6-0 in the first round there. But it was a good achievement to qualify for a European Tour event at only his second attempt. He's not really given it a go before that. Missed out on Riesa as well. And then backed it up by qualifying for the German Darts Championship in Hildesheim at the end of the year.
After watching Martin Schindler this afternoon, Dan Dawson and I were saying that the state of German darts is so good that, yes, we do miss Max Hopp on the stage, but there are still other people to get really excited about. And let's not forget, we talk about Christoph Ratajski winning the Masters. There was a German in the semi-finals of the World Masters in Gabriel Clemens.
Yep.
Double 16 for Dobey.
74.
And of course, it was a German that won the World Youth Masters, wasn't it? Nico Blum, who exited the European Darts Trophy earlier tonight as well.
70.
That was close for Allenstein.
32.
And now Chris can't afford to miss this one.
Great chance for a break here, Dobey. Ooh, well, he's gone next door. 8-8, 8-8. I did this once in a pub, you know.
Chris just wants to do it now. Oh, it's
16.
so close.
Robert, you require 25.
And that could be very costly. The German needs to be clinical this time. It may be 8-8 that he needs.
Well, there's the fat 9. And there is the 8-8.
Robert
Allenstein back on terms, 2 apiece, when it could so easily have been 3-1 in favour of the 27-year-old from Northumberland. That's frustration for Dobey. Inadvertently hitting 8-8, and then when he wanted 8-8, he couldn't find one.
Well, Chris is a student of the game. He knows the temperaments and the idiosyncrasies of a lot of the players. He will know about Robert and his ability to be aggressive. Robert, the kind of player who could probably have a fight in an elevator when there's nobody else there.
140.
So Chris will be mentally ready for that. But Robert is going to want to really bring the intensity to this match, because the more intensity
58.
he brings, the more intensity the crowd will bring. As far as this leg is going, Chris is doing a very, very professional job.
Isn't he just?
140.
But he could do with a leg like this on the Allenstein throw. But then again, you know, throwing first doesn't need to be too aggressive, doesn't need to actively go in search of the breaker throw. He can just play his own game on his throw, and that effectively will be enough. Easier said than done, of course.
49.
Well, we know what he thought of the first dart at treble 10 there. Rubbish, he said. But it doesn't matter.
Well, he's left himself double 16 again.
96.
He doesn't want to strain to that 8-8 bed like he did last
32.
time.
Take it out, and you don't give Allenstein anything to pick at.
Yeah.
That's good.
Shot on the 5th leg. Chris Dobey.
Just a
lovely adjustment.
Yeah, great. Just took a step to the right there, just to engineer that space, and did it so well. That's unfortunate for Robert.
120.
That's a good recovery. Winner of this to face Jelle Klaassen, by the way, in round 2 tomorrow.
Chris's dad, Gordon, who I've known for many a year.
120.
He works in the housing industry as a foreman. So he's the boss. Chris wants to be the boss tonight.
59.
Doesn't want to give a lunch break to Robert Allenstein, that's for sure. Tell you what as well, Gordon Dobey, what a player. One of the best players never to return pro.
140.
Anybody out there who wants to see how good he is, get him to Q School. He is that good.
140.
And the reasons for not turning pro, just a sense of
family man
stability, that quest for.
97.
It's a big risk, isn't it? making that jump in any sport. If you want to turn pro, you see it with golfers, don't you, as well?
You do.
You see golfers do well at the Open as an amateur. And why don't you turn
84.
pro? It's not as simple as that. Is it? You've got to be prepared to gamble and take the risks.
It's the travelling as well. It's the time away from good jobs, family time.
95.
And look at the job
Robert,
that Gordon's done on
98.
Chris, raising him. What an exemplary job. But 98 for Allenstein. This will be exemplary if he can hit it, and he can't.
No, he can't.
58.
Well, 17 for double 16 again here for Dobey, I would have thought. That's certainly where he's looking, yep. Yeah, he's
He
finding his
shot on
range
the sixth
exactly,
leg.
almost
Chris
exactly the
Dobey.
same spot where he hit
Seventh
that
leg
previous
is
double
Chris to
16.
throw first. Game on.
How much does Chris want to go back to Ali Pali? He doesn't want anyone to take his spot because in the next match,
96.
Kevin Painter is after his spot. He'll be in the practice room right now, twisting and turning and doing his preparation, hoping that Chris
46.
Dobey falters. Well, so far, Chris Dobey is doing the right thing at the right time.
£6,000 on the European Order of Merit for Chris Dobey.
55.
So a run to the final would guarantee him a place at the European Championship.
99.
Semi-final might be enough as well.
I had a chat with Chris earlier in the week. I was trying to see the lighter side of things. I said, mate, if you don't make
56.
Hasselt, at least you won't lose your luggage this year. Because he lost it on the way to Hasselt and on the way back. I mean, talk about your bad fortune.
140.
I think if he does qualify, he'll drive. Drive himself, put
It's
the
a
luggage in the
long
boot
way.
of the car, make sure it gets there.
It's a long way from Northumberland to Belgium.
96.
But you might be right. He might catch the ferry from North Shields to Amsterdam and drive from there.
100.
Well, it's Allenstein's leg so far, but Chris has a great opportunity to pressure a treble 18. And that'll do.
Robert
Yeah.
Yucar, 116.
Pressure on this for Allenstein now. This, though, for a breaker's throw. Tops
96.
just underneath the wire,
Christian
and
requires
they are the
60.
fine margins that we talked about earlier. Dobey. Looking at
Oh,
Tops. Just,
so close to that 60.
just taking a moment. Ooh,
25.
yanked it.
Robert, you require 20.
There's a visit you will want to forget very quickly.
Well, Allenstein so far, 2 from 14 on his doubles. He's not been brutal at all. And so far he's finding this one hard work,
15.
and that makes it 2 from 17. And this is the sort of stuff that's giving Dobey encouragement here. He knows that more often than not he's going to get away with it and he's going to get another chance. And it's just giving him that extra comfort zone. He's got double 16 once more. This time he's inside for double 8s.
19. Robert, you require
Sometimes
5.
you don't need 100 averages and masses of 180s for drama. There's so much drama in this match. Double 1 for Robert.
No score.
And Chris
requires
Dobey has got to
16.
think it's Christmas because he's thrown 21 darts
Wow.
and now he's got 3 darts in hand to get a 5-2 lead.
Well, Dobey is 4 from 17, make that 4 from 18. Allenstein is 2 from 19. The finishing
Game
has
shot
not
on
been
the seventh
anything
leg.
to write home
Chris
about, but this is
Dobey.
all about
They've
getting the
let
job
Robert
done.
to throw first.
And that's exactly what Chris
Game
Dobey is
on.
doing here. 5-2, he's 1 away from a place in the round of 32 in a meeting with Jelle Klaassen tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes it's about getting the job done
95.
when you're not playing your best. All you got to do is ask Johnny Clayton from earlier.
Yeah.
Won a tournament 2 days ago and had maybe one of his worst games on a stage today, but managed to get it done.
134.
That's good cover shooting by Chris Dobey there.
Allenstein back in the 60.
140.
Now Chris will want a good steady leg and just want to get rid of this right now
60.
because you can just see it, can't you? Allenstein gets one back to 5-3. Maybe a little bit of encouragement from the crowd. Then it could be 5-4, and then it gets towards the
83.
end. And all of a sudden, we've got a match like the Rene Idams match with Geoffrey de Swan. But Dobey
140.
is doing very well to stick with him in this leg.
Yeah, he's down to a finish as well, first on the Allenstein throw. It's a big finish, but what a way to sign off it would be.
159. Christian Yucar,
Great darts
167.
from Robert to set up that 24.
And Allenstein and Will got to go at double 12.
81. Robert, you require 24.
But like I say,
Game shot.
finishing has not been great from Allenstein, but that is more like it. 5-3. But this is the all-important leg for Chris Dobey. Throwing first, needs a solid foundation here, and he's not got one so far.
60.
Now then, Allenstein, can he jump all over that?
Well, I feel Chris's nerves
100.
because this is the leg. You get rid of it in this match, you will stop yourself from feeling so much anxiety.
93.
Just get the job done, you're saying to yourself. Find 1 or 2 trebles a visit. Force your opponent to do 140s.
140.
All you want to do in Chris's situation is find that first dart.
85.
But he's having to adjust a lot. Right now, Allenstein is in the driving seat.
Yeah, he's stolen the darts in this leg.
140.
There's a ton 40 down to 1-2-1. 3 darts away. Well, there's the 3 chips off.
43. Robert, you require 121.
And Dobey's in a spot of bother here. Treble 17. I think he's well, there's an error of judgment. He might get away with this anyway, with Dobey on
89.
220.
It's not a bad ploy, actually.
He's down to double 16, but yeah, I think he realised the error of play straight away there. But anyway, Dobey's still failing to land any
50.
significant punches
Robert,
here.
you require 32.
Okay, he's down to a finish of 1-7. Will he get the chance? He may well do. No, he won't.
Shot on the 9th leg. Robert Allenstein.
A few more decibels in the locale here now. Robert Allenstein is only 1 behind. If Chris Dobey is going to win this match, he's going to have to either break Allenstein now
58.
or win what will be a very big, tense last leg. Attack, attack, attack. That's what he needs to do.
What a time to find the 180. First visit on the Allenstein throw.
Now, Allenstein is visibly
134.
getting quicker. This might suit Chris because he's the kind of player that plays off a rhythm, and his rhythm is getting better.
134.
Well, looking at the numbers, Dobey will love the fact that Allenstein's on 309 and can't leave a finish.
40.
Advantage Dobey now. 180, 134, backed up by something significant here.
137.
Well, if you asked Chris Dobey the question, have I got nerves? Have I got steel? He's just proved that he has. Because in a leg that he feels he needs to win, he's on 50 after 9 darts.
Yep, he's on for a potential 11 dart break here. That's a single 4, 46 leaves, double 16.
18.
But he has that cushion in hand here.
He wanted that to hit right there, get it over with. But now, Chris Dobey, 3 darts. You will be playing tomorrow if you can get rid of 32 points right now. Double 8. Needs to be inside. It's there! The Northumberland man has done it against what has been quite a quiet crowd, but to his own credit, he kept them quiet early in the match. Robert Allenstein came back at him, but Chris Dobey removed some earplugs. What a smart ploy, maybe. Was in his own zone, had a little bit of a lull in that match, but he'll be thrilled that he produced his best leg of the match at the very end. Great guts from the Northumberland man. We'll see him tomorrow when he plays Jelle Klaasen. I'm sure that's not the last time we've heard of Robert Allenstein. We'll see him next year, I am certain. But the man, Cole Hollywood, we'll grab a few words with him and Elmar to see how he feels about that game and what went on. We'll see you next for Kevin Painter against Andy Bolton. More permutations to come.
Trifft dann morgen auf Jelle Klaasen. Chris, congratulations. That was a match so-so, I would say, huh?
Yeah, it was a match of both sides, to be honest. I knew I would have the crowd against us tonight, but no, they were fantastic. And he came back into the game late, and I felt under pressure because I was that far in front, and I just had to keep me cool. And I'm delighted to get over the winning line, to be honest.
You need to improve your game to beat Jelle Klaasen, your next opponent?
Yeah, definitely. Jelle, I owe Jelle one, but hopefully I need to improve my scoring and my finishing, definitely to give Jelle some kind of game. But it's nice to get the win on the stage again. So it's been a while, so I'm happy with that.
See you tomorrow. Thank you. Chris Dobey. Er sagt, hatte längere Zeit jetzt kein Match hier auf der Bühne gewonnen.